It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. When I see you again.
Damn, who knew? All the planes we flew, good things we've been through, that I'll be standing right here talking to you about another path. I know we love to hit the road and laugh, but something told me that it wouldn't last. Had to switch up, look at things different, see the bigger picture. Those were the days, hard work forever pays. Now I see you in a better place. How can we not talk about family when family's all that we got? Everything I went through, you were standing there by my side, and now you gon' be with me for the last ride.
It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way, from where we began.
You know we started.
Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again.
I'll tell you.
When I see you again.
First you both go out your way and the vibe is feeling strong, and what's small turn to a friendship turn to a bond, and that bond will never be broken, the love will never get lost. And when brotherhood come first, then the line will never be crossed. Established it on our own when that line had to be drawn, and that line is what we reach, so remember me when I'm gone. How can we not talk about family when family's all that we got? Everything I went through, you were standing there by my side, and now you gon' be with me for the last ride.
Let the light guide your way. Yeah. Hold every memory as you go, and every road you take will always lead you home. Oh, it's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. When I see you again.
And that was a disgraceful performance, in my opinion. We threw that game. We gave it away by doing that. We gave them the friggin' game. In my opinion, that sucked. What's that? Playoffs? Don't talk about it. Playoffs? You kidding me? Playoffs? I just hope we can win a game. And that
I'm gonna rip some packs around the house. I just need a mission for submission tricks that I can learn how and then train for a couple of days. Until I have all the clips that I need. IGOW is a workaholic's paintbrush. IGOW is a whoopaholic's toothbrush. I need to go acro now. I wanna be that quadcopter up in the sky now. And I'm gonna risk my whoop, 'cause I've got another whoop. And I can't possibly fly two whoops, at least simultaneously.
Orbit's too good to be true. I can't take my eyes off of you. You'd be like IGOW to touch. I wanna hold you so much. Orbit you, baby, and if it's quite alright, IGOW you, baby. To warm the lonely nights, I love you, baby. Trust in me when I say, oh pretty baby, don't bring me down, I pray, oh pretty baby. Now that I've found you, stay and let me orbit you, babe, let me love you.
Do you wanna do an orbit upside down around the ball? It can be anywhere, at any height we'll find one really tall. We used to be best buddies, and now we're not. I wish I could make you split. Does it have to be an orbit? Yes, it has to be an orbit. Okay, I'll try. Do you wanna do an orbit upside down around the peak? I think this trick is overdue. I started scrolling through the Reddit for the week. It gets a little lonely on these packs, just watching my whoopers down. I think I got an orbit. I think I got an orbit. Okay, let's fly. Okay, let's fly.
Flying sharks and flying sharks on the flying sharks. Or flying sharks to get flying sharks? Flying sharks and up
Flying sharks, flying sharks, you know, flying sharks, flying sharks.
Meet the tunny hoop. The male hoop or raisin must perform a dance and press the female hoop, called skittles. Raisin practices his dance to be sure it is absolutely perfect. He builds a perch to lure the female in. Once she's perched upon this apparatus, he is ready to start the show. The dance is so complex, the eye can hardly follow. Two of these, one of those. Before you know it, his dance is over. Skittles is aroused. Hubba hubba. Skittles is captivated by the mediocre performance. She exposes her buttery port for insertion. Raisin extends his beauty to point connector. Hubba hubba hoo chewy wobby wagga wugga. With his task completely, little Raisin Tunny Hoop flies away to prepare for next week's adventure.
Going out to fly my whoop, flying through a loop, fly backwards for infinity loops. Going out to fly my whoop, and I forgot my keys, forgot my keys, forgot my keys. Going out to fly my whoop, flying through a loop, fly backwards for infinity loops. Going out to fly my whoop, and I forgot my keys, forgot my keys, forgot my keys. And I
Right, let's meow this. This is a rap about Illman and Grey, the two cool cats bringing IGOW. Hey, what is IGOW? I'll give you a lesson in juicy pussy tricks and whoops. Now here's my session. Started off one day with a dope man. His name was Dan. Had a plan. A man with a plan and a competition, but his spelling, it caused a petition. IGOW. What the hell is that? The W makes no sense. Are you a prat? The W is supposed to mean whoop. With these IGOW rule changes, it's gone to poop. IGOW. Now the cats are here, coming in clutch to remove fears about Dan's ABC. So let's get down to...
Hey.
What?
Feed me lipos. Hey.
So bad my misbound this time for closure. You want what you want, that must be awful. But please pull up your pants, no offense. Won't be dancing in rice. I'm not telling you twice. Nothing you can do to make things right. I'm a Gemini. I'm a Gemini. With my Gemini rights. I'm a Gemini. I'm a Gemini. With my Gemini rights.
Não é mais que poema, é a coisa mais linda.
Sitting all alone on your crackback, hoping for some cash, but they're burning off the fleshlight. Hey, still all weak, lacking talent, but you get the parents. So proud how you manage to date. Everybody lonely in this goddamn city. Goddamn city got me pity all the pretty. I'm getting high in a room full of hippies. Goddamn hippies. We got no room. Only Gemini, right? You're a bunch of fools. That's what your mom's trying to say. We fly with you. While you rub your turtlenecks, is what we do. We win and you lose. I'm a Gemini. I'm a Gemini. With my Gemini rights. I'm a Gemini. I'm a Gemini. With my Gemini rights. Free up the Just give me some slice, hey.
You can split my ass anytime.
You're the best. Orca goggles.
What was that? Oh my... No shot, dude.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to IGOW4. We are in the playoffs now. How long has it been? I guess that we know exactly because it's 17 weeks of the regular season. We started at plus 4 weeks of the preseason. That's not what I meant to click on. There we go. So way back on 4/20, we started IGOW4. It's now, September 16th? So basically 5 months ago, 20 weeks. There's a week 0, sort of. There's the 4 preseason weeks, remember? So about 5 months ago we started, and we've narrowed, we'll call it 1,707 players that registered total. Something like 900 something that actually sent in at least one video. Down to the final 16 players. Oh, look, we can see them here. First, let's say hi to everyone in the chat. What's up? CMYK was here first. Sammy the Cat, Jal, Professor Biohazard, Aviation, Mo, Derpy, Blasta, RCKY, more Mo. I Fly Sometimes, Whoop Squad, Will FPV, Shawnee D, Sammy the Cat, shout out S Squad, Graveyard Mayo, I get jumped, but I think we got everyone. Sammy the Cat. All right. Anyway, how's everyone doing today on this, what is it, Saturday? Yeah. We are going to do a few things today. We're going to reveal the pilot challenges that everyone made up for the playoffs. We're going to go over all the judges' rankings because we have rankings all the way back from week number 7 now in the books for almost all the judges ranked this one except for Ribbit. And most of the weeks we got rankings from a lot of the judges. So we're going to end it now. Close out the regular season. Award all the top videos going back to week 7, I think is where we left off. So we have 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13, no, 12 and 14? I don't know. We'll look at it. What's a shot? I don't even really have any shots. I literally have one shot. And it's morning here, Derby. We're drinking Red Bull, not shot. The flavored Red Bulls, by the way, delicious. All right. When do you reveal the judge rankings? We're going to do that before the challenges. Okay. First, what were we doing? Challenge, we're saying what we're doing. And then, I forgot, in the week 17 review, Sammy sent in a video. This is a goodbye video, so we're going to watch that first. And then Akira, he's not here, I don't think, but he asked to get the hand sign for the pilots at the beginning of the stream. So I'll explain it later, but the pilots know if you need to know the hand sign and you just want to go start trying your challenge. The hand sign is like handgun, like Shooter McGavin. You can, if you want to go full Shooter McGavin, like the celebration here, you're welcome to, but you really just need to do like all right. Oops. All right, so if you weren't here yesterday, we recapped week 16/17, and we cut down from the final 18 pilots to the final 16 that made the playoffs. They were going to do like a freestyle challenge battle, but Sammy and Pascal are going on vacations and they couldn't really continue participating, so they just kind of let Jal and the Red Maddie have it, even though they were the higher ranked pilots anyway. So, but we said goodbye to Pascal and watched his video in that stream, and then I forgot that Sammy had sent in a video. So let's watch Sammy's video, and then we'll move on. Before or after, Jal? It only has to be on your own. I'll explain it when we go into the things. Nice. Sammy's a racer? Really? He seems like specifically good at doing like tricks. Not that he's not good at other stuff too, but short bonus clip. Ah, I see what you're saying. Oh! Okay, that's cool. Looks like a pretty risky gap, too. Oh, yeah. Okay. Very nice, Sammy. Thank you for participating in IGOW4. Sammy had one of the more unique paths. He missed weeks 8 and 9 because he went on vacation, and then the only other 2 weeks he missed were, or only other week he missed was 12 and then 16. So he got some of these harder ones, 13, 14, and 15 here in the middle. Anyway, great job, Sammy. 17th place on the season. Okay. Let's go into Sammy's video. The rankings all the way back to week 7, which was inverted orbit week. If you don't remember, that was a long time ago. And the judge rankings. Oh, this one should be black. Jesse's not centered. Okay. Ribbit. Okay, this one looks pretty convincing for the win here. We've got my favorite video was N Guys. I think this is the Pokemon one. Had to be if I picked N Guys top video. I don't know how that wasn't appreciated by more people. Oh my gosh. Is this the Pokemon video? Yes, I don't want to get copy strike again, but Watch that video if you haven't seen it yet. I'm posting that link in chat. That's I need new judges. What are these judges judging on? How could you not pick this as the top video? What is going on here? The best other rank. Okay, 2. Rue. Okay, Rue, the only other judge that knows what's going on. This is ridiculous. All right. Okay. Nick, Burns, Heads, Callisto, Rue also, AVFPV, Spit, Jesse, and Bry5 all picked Aviation as top video, so he won this week. And then Pascal got OG's top pick, and Zotek liked Tyrants the best. All right, let's see what our final ranks were here. So 15 points. That's Aviation. 43. Is that second? I think so. 43. 49. Tyrant in third. Tyrant pulling another podium. 54. Dan Carfey just off the podium. 62. 67. 72. 86. 286 is Sammy and Rec tied. And guys, second to last. Second to last. Sorry, Aviation. That's wrong. What was your video? Had to have been pretty good. Oh, this is the first time you did the self-trippy. I remember. Here at the end. That was kind of the inspiration for one of the later tricks. Okay, deserving winner. Deserving winner. Solid video. 2 pinks. And yellow. Alright. So Aviation 15. Tyrant 14. Who was the other top? Pascal. All right. Next week, on to week 8. Everyone except for Zotek and... No, I don't want to give away the totals yet. Zotek and Rivet on this one. For some reason, Jesse's numbers aren't lined up again. Yeah. Red bar of shame. Okay. This one's a little bit more spread out. I gave the top video to Austin Spired. Nick Burns liked Aviation. So did Heads. So did Rue. And so did Spit. There's some top ones. Who's Callisto's top pick? Tyrant. Top pick. OG Dr. Love liked Akira's best. ADFPV liked Tyrant. So did Pry5. Jesse also liked Akira's best. And is that one for everyone? Yep. All right. Looks like Aviation might have won again. Ooh, I don't know. It's going to be close. With Tyrant also has... Tyrant's lowest number is 4. Aviation has 2 5s. Oh, Tyrant edges out Aviation just barely by 2 points. Nice. All right, who came in third? 35 for Akira. Yep. Dan Carpian fourth again. Mo, what's up, Mo? You got a 5th place. Balzac. Dingles, Austin. The rest of the judges just don't agree with me. I need to find more like-minded judges, more ruse. All right, Tyrant gets the win on this one. Aviation and Akira, look at all these, just the top pilots just hogging up the podiums every week. So Tyrant, Aviation, and Akira, top 3 pilots right there. Podium order. Nice job by those 3. All right, next week, going on to week 9. Oh, week 8 was what, Maddie flips? Let's go back and see what Tyrant went on.
When life gives you lemons, don't make lemonade. Make
Oh, it's the half Maddie week.
I don't want your damn lemons. What am I supposed to do with these?
This was a good one. Was that one of the only weeks where he did one rip clip? No, that wasn't until later. Anyway. Great job by Tyrant. Okay, week 9 was week 9 was the first TGS one. The Joshua Bardwell challenge. This is the first, like, pretty hard challenge, I would say. All right. These ones are all over the place. No Rivet. No Zotek. No Jesse. Jesse got to 2 of them. Okay. In this one, I chose Akira as the top video. So did Rue and AVFPV. Nick Burns chose Tyrant. So did OG Dr. Love and Bry5. Oh, wrong color. And then Bance got a top video from Heads, and Dan Carpy top video from Callisto. And Spit picked Aviation. All right. So Tyrant again? Tyrant or Akira? Looks like Tyrant. 18-21. Yep. Tyrant wins again. Akira in second. Aviation. Oh, Dan Carpy edges out Aviation. Picks up a podium spot there. Aviation in 4th. 47. Shawnee Banson 5th. Shawnee D in 6th. Cam in 7th. And Rec in 8th. All right. Tyrant wins again. Kira has a podium. And so does Carpy. All right. On to week 10. Yeah, after we reveal all these judge ranks from the past, whatever. Week 10 was the elevated cube. This is where we really started to get into the Callisto challenges. Mine are bold for some reason. Okay. This one also looks like it's coming down to Tyrant or Akira. I picked Tyrant. So did Callisto, Brew, and A the FPV. And then Nick Burns, Heads, OG Dr. Love, Spit, and Bry5 picked Akira. Is there any other picks? Red Jesse, Red Zotek, Red Rivet. No, okay. Either Akira or Tyrant. I think Akira might have got this one. Looks like it. Okay, the equation's right. By 1 point, Akira edges out Tyrant in week number 10, taking the top video. Who got the last podium spot? Looks like Austin Spired took a 3rd place there. And then Greenhorn in 4th. Pascal can... Oh, no. Sorry. Jal. Miss Jal. Jal in 4th. Greenhorn in 5th. Oh, no. Bance. Man. Bance is the other podium. All right. Sorry. Akira in 1st. Tyrant in 2nd. Bance in 3rd. Austin Spired in 4th. Jal in 5th. Greenhorn in 6th. And Pascal in 7th. And Bance. You anxious? We're almost there. We got 10, a few more. All right, week 11. This was the create your own trick week and scavenger hunt. I picked average, so did Callisto, Rue, and A the FPV. Dex got picked by Nick Burns, Heads, OG Dr. Love, Spit, and Bry5. Ooh, he might have won that. Over average. It's close. It's close. We got Red Bars of Shame for Jesse, Zotek, and Rivet. Okay. Ooh, a lot, but Pascal almost got all 2s. Look at that. It's gonna be close. For some reason, I don't have the averages on all. All right. So 20, 23 to a tie between Dex and Pascal. But Dex has a whole bunch of 1s. I think, you know what? I might just split that. And then average in 2nd or 3rd place. Sodium Free in 4th. Me in 5th. And Burn It in 6th. Give it to Dex. Unbiased. That's crazy. Pascal got 2 from almost everyone except for Bry5. Bry, if you had just given him the 2, he could have won with a winner with no top picks. That would have been crazy. Okay. We're gonna give him a share of it. It's money. I think. Plus both of them are out. So that goes to week 11. Let's call. And average. And Dex. Okay, I guess it should be 14.5. We're splitting it. Oh, but that's not a color. Okay. All right. Week 12 and 14, and then we're done. Week 12. This was Brawny Massacre week, so pretty clear who won that one since only one person had actually completed the challenge. That was Aviation. He got top vote from everyone. It's the first sweep in IGOW history, I think. I guess it's kind of easy when only one person got it done. Who got second, though? Looks like Blasta, probably. I have the average wrong. Oh, because I expected more. All right. Great job by Aviation there. Bry5 didn't like your video. I mean, respectively, compared to the other ones. You just rank them. I gave you a 2. Most people gave you a 2. Aviation, another win. Blast and Sodium on the podium. Hey, that rhymed. This was Brawny Week. We already got it up there. Oh, you blast. So it's normally another point. So we'll go up to 6. Give you an extra one on the video. No. Oh, that's good. That will take away your letter. If we go up. Putting it on the previous week. There you go. Blasta and I already forgot. Sodium free. When did Sodium free go out? Was it that long ago? Wow, 97th, okay. All right. Last week, week 14. Week 13 was just based on scores. Week 14 was the selfies week. Indoor selfies. All right, Tyrant. Me, Nick, Callisto, and Bry5. Tyrants were best. Heads liked Aviations. Brew liked Velvix's. OG liked Aviations. So did A the FPV, and Spit liked Velvix. Alright. Looks like Tyrant probably won. He only has 1s and 2s, except for Spit, who put him 4. Ooh, that was actually close. Somewhat. Tyrant, another win. Aviation, 2nd, and Velvix gets a podium in 3rd, edging out his fellow Hungarian RCKY. Another win for Tyrant. All right. Now we're all the way caught up. Tyrant. Aviation. Oops, that's 15. And Velvix. His first podium. Congratulations, Velvix. All right. We finished that. That's the regular season. All done now. Let's get on to the playoffs. All right, so we've got the 4 groups that we drafted last week, and then all 16 of the pilots have now made up a challenge. Let's see if Mose is done processing. Yep. And now we're gonna take a look at everyone's challenge. So if you didn't read the rules in the IGOW rules for the first round of the playoffs, it's here. But basically how it works is the 4 pilots in the group, each of them has made up a challenge, are going to have 2 weeks. So today's the 16th, and on the 30th of September, they have until then to complete the other 3 pilots' challenges and their own challenge. So I think only maybe 1 or 2 of the pilots actually completely did their challenge before now, but they just had to declare what they wanted it to be. And there's points based on how many challenges you complete and who completes your challenge and that type of thing. So if you want to jump into the rules, you can read that specifically. But the top 2 pilots from each group will move on to round 2, and the bottom 2 will be eliminated. So the only the one thing that you have to remember. Oh, we're supposed to play this at the beginning of the playoffs.
Playoffs? Don't talk about playoffs. You kidding me? Playoffs? I just hope we can win a game.
So, for your own challenge only, but if you want to do it every challenge, you're welcome to. You have to do the hand signed, like handguns. Excuse me. Just to prove that you're actually doing your challenge, you know, after today.
Pressure on Gilmore.
So we'll play this one more time. So either before you start your battery pack and attempts of your challenge, or preferably after, because once you get it done, if you can remember, then lay under whatever and go to the camera and go like, ooh, handguns. You could also do it at the beginning of each battery, just so you remember. But yeah, that's just to prevent like you already of completing your challenge. Why isn't Mr. Caps Lock is here? He's hiding in the wings. I think his girlfriend called him or something. Anyway, let's get into the actual challenges. So a bunch of the pilots made videos. Everyone that's green made a video. If you're dark green, they like it's something just a text description. Anyway, we're gonna spin to see which group gets revealed first. Oh, and almost all the challenges were like nearly identical or copies of other challenges during the season, except for Shawnee D, who has an awesome challenge and one of my favorite challenges. Oh, Shake and Move, did I not already get your video? Oh, you changed it? Okay. Hold on. It's processing. All right. Well, when we get to you, hopefully it'll be ready. All right, so Joshua Bardwell group first. So that is Mo, Blasta, Velvix, and Bance. All right, I think all those ones are ready. So then we'll spin. All right, first video we're watching or description is Blasta. How long do I have this on? Too long. Oh my god. Okay. All right, Blasta. First challenge of the IGOW playoffs. All right, I gotta find it. Chicken Move, Bance, Kira, Blasta. All right. I think Blastus is fully explained in the video. If not, he also has description in the text. Alright, we'll pause it. You must complete this on a TGS combo in less than 13 seconds. Alright, so started off TGS. This is one of the standard IGOW obstacles, the triple gate stack. And you only have 13 seconds to complete Blasta's challenge. TGS gates must be standard size, 24 to 28 inches. Opening He wants you to have the OSD timer on, or I think or external. Timer starts on the frame when armed comes up on your screen, and timer ends on the frame when you can see the last gate in your FPV camera after passing through it backwards, so on a Matty type motion. No bumps, ground taps, failed tricks, etc. Constant loop motion required. No long stalls or drifting. All right, so the combo is power loop, bottom, middle, top, bottom, top, middle, power switch, top, Matty flip to power loop. Okay, so kind of like a Karuri, except finishing it with a power loop and then another power switch. All right, let's see if we got an example. Alright, basic slow example. Timer starts on armed. Power loop through the lower two. Power loop through the top to the middle. And then you power switch in the top and middle. It's like, okay, that's the yaw spin switch. And then another power switch, and then I think it ends right there. Yep. Alright. Sounds easy. Do it under 13 seconds. Alright, so similar to week 9, a combo on a TGS, but you have a very fast time limit. So let's see. You had to do it under 13 seconds. What did his example take approximately? We armed at, where's our timer? Here it is, 45 seconds. 1 power loop, 2 power loops, power switch, then the Matty with the Osman switch at the bottom of the power loop, and then another power switch. Alright, so it was about 103. So 18 seconds, so you had to go 5 seconds faster than that. Alright, great challenge, Blasta. Similar elements, but with the speed requirement. We'll see if the other pilots in your group are able to do that. And I think, where should I put this so that people can watch it back? I'll put it right here. Okay. Okay. Next up, Bance. All right. Let's find Bance. I think he at least had a unique obstacle. Sort of, yes. All right. Here's Bance's challenge. I think his video pretty well. Let's see. We'll just watch it. If we have to go to the description, we will. Cubic transfers. Okay, that was fast. Demo only, full rules right up. Combo 1. Power loop transfer, Matty flip transfer, snapback transfer, hold. Constant loop motion required, must be diving into the second cube. Okay, the setup is obviously 2 elevated cubes. Requires 2 elevated cubes, spaced 1 cube length apart. Alright, so basically 2 cube gates with like a cube gate space in between. So power loop from one to the other looks like, and then constant loop motion required, must be second cube in reverse dive. Must enter second cube in reverse dive. Oh, okay, so this one's the Matty flip. Okay. Snapback, transfer, and hold. Catch yourself inside the second cube and hover for at least for a full second. Once entering the second cube during the snapback, you can't leave the cube until done hovering. This trick is over once done hovering. You don't have to leave the cube if you don't want to. All right. So you do like a snapback from one cube to the other, but then you have to like stall in the second cube. All right. I like that. That's at least like a unique type trick. So wait, was that all one thing? Combo 1, power loop transfer mat. Okay, so you have to do those 3 parts in one clip. And then he has another combo 2 that has these 4 elements. Eject roll transfer. This one's barely a pass because it's 270 degrees. Okay, so it's like all of his tricks are kind of like cube tricks, but like from one cube to the other. I guess he's going to pop out, roll. Yeah, okay, that's cool. Eject backflip transfer. So like a flip between them and a backflip. Yeah. Nice. Cubani. Like some type of brawny motion. In the front, out, brawny. Okay. And then out the top and back. Okay, so you actually have to do a smooth motion. There's an example of a fail. Must be diving into the second. All right. What was the 4th element? Oh, and then a celebration roll. So eject roll transfer, backflip transfer, and then Cubani, and then celebration roll. All right, that one's pretty cool. I like that one. I didn't actually watch the video. I just read the description before. So seeing it play out, that's a pretty cool one. Nice job, Bance. Cubani is Tyrant's Bolani, but with cubes. Oh yeah, I remember you describing that. All right. Next, is it Mo, the captain of the group, or Velvix? All right, we're doing captain last. We got Velvix. Okay, Velvix might be one of the hardest ones, I think. At least from what I remember. All right, Velvix's is called Try Hard Selfies. All right. 1A is you have to do at least 30 inverted orbits of yourself, following the rules below. And then after you're done, you have to land on your shoulder and disarm. Tired. Oh, what did Mo say he didn't want to do? He didn't want to do 100 Maddie flips. Well, you got 30 inverted orbits. Mo, have fun. No ground taps, no failed tricks, no bumps. You cannot go over the corner when doing the spins, like your body, your line. Your head can't leave the top part of the screen, and your shirt must be in view at all times. So it can't just be like half of your head. You got to have some of your shirt in view. You can only wear a shirt. I'm not sure exactly what he was trying to accomplish by saying that you can only wear a shirt, but I guess you can't have like a big hat or something, a jacket on. Watch the B movie and then celebration. All right, one clip, no cuts, and this is just the first the first part of it. So, and then part 2 is do a Barani through your legs. You have to see the back wall behind you. That's the generic requirement we've come up with for Barani to make it less of a fail Ronnie, where you look straight up and then roll. Pretty much everyone, and I kind of advise people to say that if you're doing a Barani, you have to see the back wall, showing that you're like fully inverted, and then you can start your yaw. Anyway, you do a Barani through your legs, and then you do a Maverick loop to at least 1/2 inverted orbit as you go through your legs. Okay, it's a little confusing, but when you see him do it, I remember you get it. And then you stay inverted and you come through your legs, and then you do an orbit back out, a new trick through you. It's like basically like you'll see he's looking up and like spinning underneath his legs. Anyway, you have to do these 3 things in one clip. Can you make a giant hat out of a shirt? Oh, and there's more on this one. And then you have to inverted orbit both your legs from inside to inside. That's right. That's right. This one is crazy. Okay. So this is the example of the beginning. You got to do at least 30 inverted orbits in a row. I don't know if he does the full 30. But obviously he's failing some of his own requirements here occasionally. You gotta keep your shirt in view at all time. Okay, he's locking in now. Do 699 rolls in one direction, and then your 364th roll needs to be the other. Akira did a challenge similar to that. Oh yeah, then you have to land on your shoulder at the end of it. Okay, so this is the second part. So the first part, you do at least 30 inverted orbits with your shirt in view, and you're at the top, your head at least at the top of the view the whole time, and then you have to land on your shoulder to finish that one. I want to see a clip where someone does 30 inverted orbits and then misses the shoulder land. And then the second one, this in the sim is like obviously a fake person. So you do a Barani through your legs, and then you do a Maverick loop to 1/2 of an inverted orbit, or at least 1/2 to through your legs, and then that's what does Velvex call it? The inverted orbit back out, or no? What do you call it? Yeah, inverted orbit back out through your legs. So that's this move here. Not that one. Maverick loop to at least 1/2 of inverted orbit, then through your legs. Then you do this thing where you go like under your legs and you look up, you spin around, and you come back through. Like that. And then in an inverted orbit through one leg and then the other leg. But you would have had to come back through. All right. Yeah, I was like, Velvix, you have to do it yourself. And he's like, I'm in a tough group. I gotta make a hard challenge. And I was like, all right. It's pretty hard. All right, and our final video, the captain of the group is Mo. I haven't watched this yet. So Mo could have snuck anything in here. Who knows? Who knows what it is? I know his challenge is like a TGS something, but I don't know what he's created here. Here we go.
What's up, y'all? This is Mo here at 2:30 on a Saturday, trying to get this video done before 3 o'clock so Dan doesn't kill me. I took a week off this week, man. I'm kind of burnt. I'm a little bit burnt. I needed a week. But here I am. We're back. All right, so my challenge is to go over it briefly, and it's going to be written below majority of, or all of the requirements. So check there. But it's just going to be a TGS combo. It's stuff that we've done throughout the season. I'm just going to put it into one combo. And I'm going to go over each step really quick. TGS, right? First trick is going to be a Barani. The bottom to the top gate Barani. This is how I'm going to.
Wait, is this a challenge or a vlog?
No fail Baranis. You can't be looking up. You can't see. Well, you can see the ceiling, I guess. But the requirement here is you need to see the back wall, and you also need to see the ground in your before or as you're starting. So, not to get too specific, I don't want to be that guy, but in the first, as I get specific, in the first 45 degrees of your spin, you need to see the ground, the back wall, obviously. So basically, you need to be truly horizontal. Like your camera needs to be at least truly horizontal. So you do your 180, you come back through.
So Mo added even a little bit more than just the back wall. Mo wants you to see the floor too.
Backwards like a Barani. You need to have some constant loop motion. You can't, fling yourself forward and wobble. You don't have to be perfect, but it needs to be like, okay, that was an intentional, or like that flowed. You know what I mean. So after you do that, your back goes through the bottom gate. Then you're going to go into, I think it's called the power switch. I'm going to just explain it anyway. You go through the bottom, up the top, halfway down, you stop yourself. You go back through the top, and you do a Karuri instead of the normal Matty on the way down, the Karuri. And what's important with that is we're rotating as we pass through the bottom gate. You can't do a full rotation before or after. It needs to be while you're going through the bottom gate. Same thing, some constant loop motion. So after you do that, you're now facing forward. You've done the Karuri through the bottom gate. You need to go into another just regular old power loop. Use that to kind of set up for the final trick, which is not the final trick, the next Barani. So you do the power loop to kind of reset yourself, right? And then you're going to do the Barani, same requirements, bottom, top, 180, wall, ground, yada yada. You do that, come back through backwards, right? And the final trick is the trippy spin of the TGS. So you go through the bottom and then to the top, and then you start your trippy. You're going to do 2 rotations just like the requirements from last week, and you do need to see both poles when you do it. Once you lock them in, you should be able to lock the 2 poles in the first half of rotation, and then you can't lose them. You don't have to see them like immediately as soon as you start it, but just within that first half of rotation, you need to lock them and keep them, and then finish the 2 spins, don't bump or crash, and then you're good. Is that everything? Yeah, that's pretty much everything. Just happy to be here in the finals. Congratulations to all the pilots. I didn't really think I would make it this far. Happy to be here.
Says Mo in the top 4.
Burnt out, Dan. I can't believe last year was what? Tyrant said it was like almost 50 fucking weeks, dude. Are you out of your mind, man? I can't believe that. I wouldn't have made it. I would have probably quit FPV. But IGOW's been great. Yeah, this has been a great experience. Met a lot of cool people. Learned a lot as a pilot. Grew as a pilot. So nothing but good things to say about it. And good luck to everybody. Hope to see you in the next weeks.
All right. Mo's TGS combo. If you didn't pick it up fully, you do a Barani, and you have to see the back wall and the floor within the first 45-degree rotation of your spin. So that's pretty specific. That's something we can judge very, very specifically. All right, and then you do a power switch, bottom, top, and then back through. And then as you're going back through, he's still calling it a Karuri, but it's basically just a yaw spin switch at the bottom. And then immediately into a power loop. So Karuri ends in like a Immelman, so we're doing the yaw spin switch at the bottom into a power loop through the bottom gate of trick number 2. Oh, after passing through. Okay, yep. Power loop top back to bottom. Perform another Barani right after trick 3. Okay, so then into another Barani. And then the fifth element is a power loop to the top. Oh, and then you do like this last week 16 start into a power loop, and that goes into a trippy spin of the TGS for at least 2 rotations. All right, 10 out of 10 vlogs as I fly sometimes. Mo giving his true feelings. Can he last? At least you got 2 weeks, Mo. So like, I expect around like September 29th, afternoon of September 29th, that Friday, you'll probably start attempting the challenges. All right. So Mo's TGS combo, very like kind of the go-to challenge that people did this one or this round. All right. Oh, you know what? Dang it. I didn't put these. All right. If you want to watch Mo's vlog, oh, I don't have the top pilots here. Okay. And then I got Blasta's, Velvix's. Need to find again. How do I go? There we go. History. Velvix. Oh, did I? Oh, because it's unlisted. One second. Gotta go back to the email. Velvix. Oh yeah, Velvix also required inside. I think you probably wrote it in the description though. So, all right, Velvix. Oh. And Bants. Okay, gotta remember to do that. All right, next group. I fly sometimes. I think yours was like the most like balanced video. You explained it. It wasn't too long. It's quick. You got all the info in there. Why do I have this on for so long? It's like FYS Crafts Group. Okay. That is Akira, Gravion Mayo, Cha-Cha, and Dan Carpy. Who's the last one? I already forgot. Gravy. My favorite pilot name. All right. It's Cha-Cha's challenge up first. All right. Cha-Cha said he wanted to be in the other group. You know, Cha-Cha, you can try any of the challenges you want. You don't have to. If you want to do extra challenges, you're You're welcome to. I think Cha-Cha said that because his is also an inverted orbit challenge. And he did good on the inverted orbit weeks. Let's see if I can find mine. There it is. Cha-Cha. Cha-Cha's yours also have text? Yes. Okay. Can we see this? Bell. Bell. Is this also in the video description now, Cha-Cha? Not yet. Wait, let's update it. No, if you could put this in the here, that would be cool. Would be helpful. Oh, you sent me a full one. Oh, after I probably did because I loaded these in the email. Did you? Or did you send it to me? Is this not it? Is this the wrong one? It's 47 seconds. Example videos. I don't see. Hold on. Oh, was it in this stream? This. Oh, I found it. It was in the other email. Okay. Oh, Cha-Cha, 7 minutes. All right, we're in for a long one.
Hey, IGOW finalists, Cha-Cha here.
Wait. This is the text. That'll be in the thing, but I think in 7 minutes he'll probably explain most of it. So let's hide this for now.
The secret meeting. If you're here, I mean, do you want to prevent the Barani massacre of 2023?
Oh, that's right. Cha-Cha's has a whole story. No, his has a whole story. It's like, whose does it remind me of? Remember Rock FTVs from last year, where you had to like save the horse or something? Cha-Cha's has like a whole backstory, so you gotta pay attention.
Hey, IGOW finalists, Cha-Cha here. Thank you for coming to the secret meeting. If you're here, I mean, do you want to prevent the Barani massacre of 2023 as badly as I do? And I've got the intel you're looking for. This is a picture of Barani Dan. This is also a picture of Barani. And through the help of...
You can't hear him.
Want to prevent the Barani massacre of 2023 as badly as I do. And I've got the intel you're looking for. This is a picture of Barani Dan. This is also a picture of Barani Dan. And through the help of a confidential informant, I've learned quite a few things about him. Firstly, he lives in the basement. You can tell by week 12 because he comes up the stairs from his living quarters. Second, he's sensitive to light. That's why he's always wearing sunglasses. And third, he goes by a code name for his favorite candy.
That's right there. Hold on.
M&M's? All right, IGOWers. Here's how we're going to defeat Barani Dan. We're going to...
What are you doing?
It's Cha-Cha, remember?
Oh.
Jojo, what are you doing?
Nothing, I'll be out in a second. Ignore that, IGOWers. Anyway, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna travel back in time and prevent the Brawny Massacre of 2023 by locking him in the basement during week 11. How are we gonna do this? Through vigorous research, I've realized that if you do enough trippy spins, you can reverse the Earth's rotation and thus travel back in time, saving everyone. How we're gonna do that? So general rules for this are gonna be no bumps, ground taps, crashes, failed attempts, spliced clips. Requirement 1 and 2 can be their own separate clips.
Superman method, yep. Superman
and then,
2, right?
Let me tell you about some new tricks, just so we're all on the same page. The first one's gonna be a trippy roll. This is a 360-degree roll performed while maintaining a trippy spin motion around an object. So you're doing a trippy spin, you're gonna roll, and the object's gonna like go around the screen. It's gonna disappear pretty much in the bottom 180 degrees of the screen, and then it's gonna reappear back up, and then you're gonna roll until it's back in the top portion. Next trick is a trippy flip. So you're doing a trippy spin, and then you pitch forward or backwards 360 degrees till the object disappears from view, and it's gonna reappear back in the top portion of the view. And then the last one's a 540 trippy Rubik's Cube. How you do this is you're doing a trippy spin, and then you're gonna over rotate, so you fly past the object. Once you fly past the object, you're gonna immediately do a 180-degree flip until you can see the object, typically the base of the pole. Next, you're gonna do a 540-degree roll, and then finish with a 180-degree flip. And after you do all that, the object should flip back into the top of your portion of your FPV view, and then you'll continue trippy spinning.
Vlog content.
So those are the new tricks. And then, so for requirement 1, you're going to complete 5 consecutive trippy spins around yourself with your head in the top of the FPV view, then fly away cleanly. Your center line can't dip past the corner, and your head can't leave FPV view at any point during your 5 trippy spins. So additional rules on this one. This can be done inside or outside. You can be standing or sitting. If you're sitting, your height can't be higher than if you were standing. You can't utilize anything that would make you taller, such as elevated box, stilts, etc. You can use high heels if you like. For requirement 2, you're going to perform the following tricks in this order while maintaining a trippy spin on a pole type obstacle. The top of the pole cannot leave FPV view during the regular trippy spins or parts of the trick where it isn't required to leave the view due to the nature of the trick. The pole cannot dip past the corner after executing the trick. So after you do the roll and bring it back to the top, you can't have it dip past the corner. And then when you're doing the flip, it needs to be in the top, and then you'll flip and it's back in the top, and then it can't dip past the corner. And then for the 540 trippy Rubik's Cube, when you do your final flip, it needs to flip and be into the top portion. It can't be off to the side and then like rotate it in. And then the only other rule is whatever direction you pick, you have to maintain that direction. So if you're going counterclockwise or clockwise, you have to continue that direction. But for requirement 2, perform the following tricks in this order while maintaining a trippy spin on that pole obstacle. 1 trippy spin rotation, a trippy roll, a trippy front flip, slow trippy roll. So this is at least half speed of the first trippy roll, or it would take twice the time to finish the roll compared to the first roll. Trippy front flip, 540 trippy Rubik's Cube, 1 trippy spin rotation, then fly back to yourself and smile into FPV view. You can be armed or disarmed. You could disarm and pick it up, whichever you prefer. And then the only additional rule is this must be performed on a pole type obstacle that's a maximum of 30 feet. The height's approximate, but you can't use something that's like clearly way taller, like stadium lights or something. Typically, light poles, telephone poles, flag poles are about 30 feet. I'm gonna have examples for all the tricks and what I mean by like the touching the corners, and let me know if you have any questions. Good luck.
All right, so similar to Velvix, you got to do the self trippy spin, but you just need 5 in this one, and you have to finish. You have to like stop your trippies and fly away, and you have to keep what, at least your head in view. You said? Good examples here he's got going. So he's showing that like this is a fail because like the center of you is past the corner here. So if you were like a skinny pole that was up and down the center, that can't go past the corner. And here's his demo of the second part with his this is a little bit loud now probably. So you're doing a trippy spin, and then you have to do his extra trick. Do this trippy roll, and then the trippy flip, and then the trippy Rubik's. That's the trippy Rubik's. That's pretty cool. I like that one. All right, good examples there. Cha-Cha, very well explained. You had all, if you're in this group, make sure you listen to what he says there. Like all of the times when you do the trick, you have to have the pole lock back up in to the top and then like keep going in your trippy spin. You can't have like it go to the corner and then you readjust it. So make sure that your clip passes all those, and then you can go back in time and prevent the Brawny Massacre, apparently. All right, good video, Cha-Cha. Nice challenge. I always like when there's like new created tricks in the challenge, and the Rubik's trippy spin is pretty cool. All right, and Shawnee D was talking about how he tried to fly while doing a pogo stick, because people were talking about different ways to make yourself taller for the self-inverted orbits. And yeah, that's the type of challenge that's like fun, but then you can just use like skills that you have in your other life that you do. Like if you can pogo stick, that's not something someone can just learn in 2 weeks and then be able to do, you know? Yeah, anyway, those are some of the things I tried to prevent, which is maybe why everyone did just like pretty standard challenges. But Shawnee D is still able to come up with a fun challenge when we get to his. Let's see. All right, Gravy on Mayo is next. Is this mix? No, he's got a full video. Gravy. Sometimes, here it is. Gravy on Mayo double stack challenge. I never really saw the logo full size before. Okay, double stack cube, so elevated cube basically. You don't need the bars across the ground specified. Indoors, max ceiling height 9 feet. Okay, bottom not required. All one clip, No failed attempts, no bumps, no ground taps or crashes. Constantly in motion. Tricks must flow from one trick to the next. No lining up for the next trick. Alright? All one clip. No, okay, we did the Maddie to loop, so like the first part of week 10, requirement 2. Then fly through the bottom of the cube into top of cube stack and out the bottom. Okay, so like power loop up through the cube, reverse cube cross, okay, flying backwards through the cube in the figure 8. And then eject roll on the exit. You must continue your motion coming out the opposite face you entered. Go up through, okay, so you have to actually do a full 360 and come out the opposite side. And then power loop bottom cube immediately upon the exit of the eject roll. All right, so this is like a week number 10 type variation. So you do the through the front face, over, out the top, Maddie, and then as you're coming back through, switch it into a power loop. About. So then from there, what do? You go under the whole cube and you power loop down into the top, okay? Like the little dog there watching. And then you fly backwards through the cube, turn around the corner, and fly backwards again through it, reverse cube cross. And remember, he said you had to flow one trick to the next. You can't like come out and then like line it up and go backwards. It's got to flow. Then the eject roll, come up through the bottom, do a 360, and then you have to go out the opposite side you came in. And then immediately into a power loop of the whole cube, not into the top this side. All right. Very nice. That's the flowy trick. I like the go through and then immediately into the, like, just kind of up and then flow into the reverse cube cross. That's a good one. Double stack challenge. All right, nice work, Gravy. Oh, I haven't been. Dang it. Gravy. Cha-chas. Okay. And is it going to be Captain last again? Let's see. Carpi or Akira? Nope. And we got Akira. Alright, I should do this to start so I don't forget. Okay. Dislocated Stack Syndrome is Akira's video title, or challenge title. Read the description for full description of requirements. Alright, max 45-degree cam angle, indoors only, max 9-foot ceiling height, all in one clip, no bumps or ground taps. Put your timer on, because it's a time challenge. Time starts when you pass through the top gate in the first Maddie. Time ends when you complete the Rubik's Cube, last 180-degree part of the flip. You must complete the combo in less than 26.5 seconds. All right. I think he's going to go over the setup. Yep. So the setup is a TGS and then a cube kind of like adjacent to it on the side. So the one of the faces of the cube has to be in line with the bottom face of the TGS. All right, TGS and cube. They don't need to be attached, but there shouldn't be any gap in between. So you don't have to make it out of all PVC. You can do it like Akira did here with a PVC TGS and a regular cube, or you could build it all out of PVC. Whatever you want to do. All right, combo. There's multiple elements and multiple combos. So, okay, he's got examples. So basically, you're gonna go Maddie top middle, Maddie top bottom, Maddie middle bottom. So 3 Maddies to start, and then a power switch through the bottom and the middle, so on the lower part of the TGS, and then split S the top to the top gate into the cube, so kind of like sideways, and then immediately into a maverick loop of the cube, and then power loop the cube front. Okay, well, let's see. You can see the examples. So you kind of gotta blend the two elements in some of the third part. Okay, example clips. Element 1, the Maddie. Alright, so through the top, then back through the middle, then through the top and back through the bottom, then through the middle and through the bottom. 3 Maddies. Then element 3. Oh, that was cool. Okay, hold on. Combo 1 of 2. So, okay, so you just name them separately. So combo 1 has elements 1, 2, and 3 in it. And then combo 2 has elements 4, 5, and 6 in it. Oh no. Wait, Akira, this is all one thing, right? Oh, you're just saying page 1 of 1 and page 1 of 2, right? All of these are in one thing, and you have to do it in 26.5 seconds, right? Yes, okay. You just confused me with your thing up here. I get it now. Okay, so all of the elements, 1 through 6, in less than 26.5 seconds. I got it. I like the split S into the cube. Triple Maddies, got that one. So you split S through the top into the cube into immediate maverick loop and then like loop back into it. And split S ladder down. Nice. Okay. Clear loves happy endings. Alright. General rules. Max 45-degree cam angle. Indoor only. Max ceiling height 9 feet. All in one clip. No bumps or ground depths. Enable OSD timer. I was going to say, isn't there another part? Okay. And then there's another part where you have to do 10. So that first part with the cube and the TGS combo stack, that's one part. That's like requirement 1. And then requirement 2 is the Rubik's Cube speed run, similar to a challenge Akira did last season. You have to do 10 Rubik's Cubes with front flip and right roll specified. I like it. All right. In less than 14 seconds. You must start disarmed on the ground. Your time starts when you take off. Each Rubik's Cube, you must roll at least 180 degrees while you're inverted with the back wall and FPV view for your roll. And you have to finish facing within plus minus 45 degrees of the direction you started. And your time ends after you finish the 10th Rubik's Cube. So 10 Rubik's Cubes in 14 seconds. Do you have an example clip from last year? All right, Akira's challenge. 1 precision trick challenge and then 1... Both. Actually, I guess you have to do speed on both of them. And then the Rubik's Cube Speed Challenge. All indoors. All right, nice job, Akira. And our final video, or I don't think Carpy actually has a video. Yes, he does. He only has example clips, though. I have them. Oh, they're downloaded. That's right. Okay. All right, Carpy's challenge. That's cha-chas. All right. It's a triple gate stonks. Indoors only. IGOW max ceiling height, so 9 foot max height. TGS is standard IGOW approved 28-inch max. You have to do the tricks in order that he says them. All in one clip, no bumps or ground taps. No failed attempts, and all tricks have to have constant loop motion. All right, so similar to a bunch of challenges here, it's a TGS and a bunch of different things we've done before. So I start off with a Matty flip top to bottom. Then you do Dan's created trick from week 11, the Helter Skelter, which is a Matty flip with a 360-degree yaw as you're coming back through the bottom gate. And then you do a front power flip, bottom to the top of the TGS, and then a back power flip, and then a Barani, bottom, top, bottom, and then a celebration roll. Oh no, you roll through the middle gate. Excuse me, not a celebration roll. Roll through the middle to finish the challenge. And he says, Barani, no fail Ronnies. You have to see the back wall as you half power loop, and then while you're doing your 180 inverted yaw spin through the gate, and then back down with the half Matty motion. It is acceptable to be able to see the ground when inverted if you're running high camera angle. You should just not see the ceiling. Okay. It has been done. It has to be done with constant loop motion, not going forwards to catch. The Helter Skelter is Matty with 360 yaw out. It's a Matty flip with a 360-degree yaw spin in the second half of the Matty motion. It should be done all in one motion, i.e. you cannot catch yourself level before going back through the gate and spin 180. 360-degree yaw has to be done while traveling down and backwards through the bottom gate. All right, and he has some example clips of each part of it here. I'm gonna add that as just a video. All right. So, first one, just a Matty flip to the Helter Skelter. And then this is the Barani example. And a little bit of a catch in it, Dan. Are you saying that one was passable? So Matty flip and then Helter Skelter. Matty with 360 yaw as you're going, or 360 yaw as you're going down. And then there was also power flips in there. Everyone knows that is just a power loop with flip. All right. This one doesn't have a time limit. So no speed required, but a bunch of difficult tricks there. All right. I have to figure a way to post those, the ones that are text. Okay. All right, that is the FYS Crafts group. good mix there. We got Inverted Orbit one, Akira's Custom Challenge, Gravion Mayo's Cube Challenge, and Carpy's TGS Challenge. All right. Our second to last group is Beta. That's Tyrant's group. And Shawnee D, my favorite challenge. Tyrant. Shake and whip. All right. Oh, I haven't been paying attention to chat. Melvix, I don't know about that one. All right. I Fly Sometimes is our first video of the group. Let's check out his. Pretty sure he's got a full video. Yes. Oh, yes. Nice and concise, a minute and a half.
Hello, Fireflies, I'm here, and here is my challenge for you. So,
I like your setup.
It consists of 3 parts in total, and each part is timed. So you will have to have an OSD timer, which starts when the quad is armed. I'll go over each of the requirements right now, but you can find a more detailed description in the description below. So, the first one is mostly the same as week 15, precision flips and rolls. But you only have 2 of the gates, the half gate and quarter gate. So you must start on the largest gate and do 2 flips, 2 rolls to different sides. And the time limit for this one is 28 seconds. Don't mind me not taking off from the ground, this is an alt flip. For requirement number...
Okay, so requirement number 1 is like the reduced cube size part of the Derpy Who's Pentathlon challenge. So you have the half size gate and the quarter size gate, which is like 14 and 7 inches. And you have to do front flip, back flip, left roll, right roll through both of them. And you only have 28 seconds total to do all 8 tricks. Obviously no bumps or ground taps.
Number 2, you have to power loop the TGS from the bottom to the top gate and bottom again, and then start the climb, bottom, middle, top, and climb back down 3 times. You have 12 seconds to do this. And for the last requirement, you have to triple spin the TGS to the left at least 12 times in 15 seconds.
Nice. All right, 3 speed challenges basically of different types of. Right, I think I Fly Sometimes we add the loop. Okay, yeah. So, requirement number 2.
Different sides. Taking off from the ground, this is an alt flip. Power loop the TGS from the bottom to the top gate and bottom again, and then start the climb, bottom, middle, top, and climb back down 3 times. You have 12 seconds to do this.
Alright, so you do a power loop to start it, and then you do ladder up, ladder down 3 times. And how much time did you have for that one? 12 seconds. And then the last one, another trippy challenge, is you have to do 12 trippies of the TGS in 15 seconds. I Fly Sometimes gave a slightly laxer requirement than we've had before. Only one leg of the TGS has to stay on the top side of the screen. And the trippy counter stops when, or the timer counts The counter stops when the timer reaches 16 seconds. So you can just crash afterwards. But you got to get 12 in at least 15 seconds. So yeah, I guess you have to fly around for 1 second afterwards.
Down 3 times. You have 12 seconds to do this. And for the last requirement, you have to trip spin the TGS to the left at least 12 times in 15 seconds.
All right, nice challenge there. That one feels similar to Kira. It's got a couple different things you have to do with time limits. Nice job there from IFI. Sometimes definitely one of the faster flying pilots. It always seems like he's flying fast in his videos. So, oops, I should. Oh, the chair spin to start, and I like your quad room here. Like, it looks very organized. All right, I fly sometime. All right, next up. Shake and move. All right. Shake and Move's video should be ready to go now. Processing the whole time. Yeah. All right. Set up cube gate on the ground with the elevated gate right behind it. Just the top of the elevated gate is sufficient. It will be used as a dive gate. I think it means elevated cube. So like one cube on the ground and then one cube higher next to it, but you don't need the full cube. You just need the top part of the cube. Nice. All right. To complete the requirement, you just start on the opposite end of the cube from the elevated gate E. Start over here. Split S the dive gate, so you split S in the E, and stall in the middle of the cube. So come down and stall on the cube. Perform a sideways power loop of the right face D, so like a jump rope, I'm guessing, of D, and then a sideways power loop of C, so like jump rope the out one side and then the other side, and then, or maybe it's not a jump rope, maybe he's fully flipping over, we'll have to see. Left face, and then Maddie the front face, and then power loop the back face. All right. As you return to the center of the cube, power loop the elevated gate up through the face of the cube and down through the dive gate. So then up like here and back through. Continue the power loop through the cube into a stall 360 rewind and backwards through the cube. So then down through stall 60 rewind and back. And with another celebration, or with a celebration roll. All right. So split S through the top, and then you have to stall in the middle. Okay, so it's like it's not like a jump rope because you're flipping over. It's like a double Dutch, except anyway, you gotta like sideways power loop. So you're flipping over the top of the side, doing like a roll, a barrel roll basically. And then switch, barrel roll, then baddie flip the front, and then you switch into a power loop, okay, and then up into a bigger power loop. Come down through to stall 360 rewind, come back through the bottom cube and celebration roll. So that's part 1. That's like the trick challenge, and then I like part 2. It's fun, and it'll be cool to see everyone in the groups setups. But so for part 2, you place your favorite fleet of drones on a platform with all drones facing outward, forming a circle. It doesn't have to only be whoops. And then you could do 3 orbits of the drones, keeping them in FPV view. So show off your drones. Yeah, that's a fun one, right? Extra thing in there, and it'll be cool to see like how many drones people have and stuff. Great job, Shake and Move. Fun challenge, cool obstacle. Like, this is what I thought people were going to be doing, like creating kind of like a cool custom obstacle like this here. All right. Oh, did I share this already? Okay. Shawnee D or Tyrant? Oh, it's Tyrant. Shawnee D's challenge is last. My favorite one. Alright, Tyrant's video. Maddie Madness. Our top seed going into the finals, or into the playoffs here, Tyrant.
Hey guys, I'm Tyrant FPV. Welcome to my round 1 challenge. Let's get started. Alright, so we are going to be doing Akira's Season 3 Maddie Madness. And if you're not familiar with it, it might actually make you go mad by how many Maddie flips you'll be doing this week, because it is not going to be easy. To start, you're going to need a triple gate stack with a size of 28 inches per gate or less. How big you want it or how small, up to you. Doesn't matter to me. You're going to be doing 11 Maddie flips within 15 seconds. And that's not even the hard part. You're going to have to maintain the top gate as a point of interest from the moment you finish your initial flip all the way until you pass the middle gate. If you lose that point of interest for a single frame, that's it. Like, you got to start all over again. I'm going to hold myself to that rule, and I'm definitely going to make sure everyone else is too, because that is what makes the challenge super difficult aside from the super fast times. So again, you're gonna fly up, you're gonna do your initial flip, and as soon as you stop, your camera has to be pointing at that top gate. You are gonna fly backwards until you pass that initial gate, and then once you pass it, then you can start leveling out. You have to maintain constant loop motion at all times. So you should already know what constant loop motion is, but if you stop and you kind of wiggle around, readjust, or you flip too much and then you kind of make a micro correction, nope. These are going to be super smooth, perfect execution Maddie flips for all 11 of them. Let me give you a couple examples of what I mean. So here's an example of losing the point of reference, or the top gate. As you can see, it's only for a few frames, but that's considered a fail. And in this example, you could see that we crossed the middle gate without maintaining that point of view. So even though we kept it for most of the Maddie flip, still doesn't pass. And finally, here's an example of what a perfect Maddie flip looks like that maintains the point of interest through the entirety of the Maddie flip, as well as maintaining that point of interest as passing through the middle gate, as you can see. And one final note about the time requirements. You must use an external timer, and that timer will start the moment you pass the top gate of your first Maddie flip and ends the moment you pass the middle gate of your last Maddie flip. You must finish with a celebration flip in either direction. All right, so that about wraps it up. Hopefully you guys are excited about doing Matty Flips as I am, because it's going to be fun. Finals is going to be tough, and it's going to be exhausting. So make sure to have fun, keep the grind up, and happy whooping. Tyrant out.
All right. So, what do you mean by external timer, Tyrant? I don't think we went over that. The OSD timer is not good enough? Okay, and then did you not put the description down here? There it is. Okay. I think you made yours a little bit harder than Akira's previous challenge. Did Akira say you could go through the middle or the bottom? You're requiring middle every single time, right? Understand that correctly? Yes, middle every time. And okay, so you're on this one. The timer starts when you go through the top gate. It's not like an arming timer. External cam video editor. Oh, okay. You mean you have to add in a time on the whatchamacallit. Yeah, I gotcha. Okay. Not that you have to have like a GoPro set up and timing it from the outside. You just have to add a timer onto it. Cool. All right. So 11 Matty flips, 15 seconds. Shawnee D, did you try that one last when Akira did it before? I don't remember. All right, and our final challenge of this group. Nope, you didn't. Okay. Is Shawnee D's challenge. I wish we had a video, some video examples of this, because it would be really fun, but all we got is a description. But it's still my favorite challenge. All right, almost everyone did something similar where there's a bunch of tricks on one of the previous elements or made up a new element or something. The Shawnee D's challenge is the only one that's like completely unique. So let's take a look at it here. In this image I have of it. All right. Shawnee D's balloon challenge. Okay, so you need balloons for this challenge, and down here, let's go over general guidelines first. For all 4 parts, there's 4 requirements. You need regular size balloons, which are the size of a basketball or so, which is 10 inches to 16-inch diameter range. You're not allowed to have helium or anything else, and like hydrogen, obviously. No other types of gases in it that would make it float. Just has to be normal air. And when you're attaching your balloons, when you're setting them up, you have to attach the balloons only by the little tie point in a 1 point, like holding it in only there, so that the balloon can like move around from just the point. You can't like just fully tape the balloon in place so that it can't move. It says they should be able to move around just from the air of the drone props. You can't attach anything to the. You can attach anything you want to your drone to pop the balloons, because you have to pop some of the balloons. All right. So the first part is my favorite part, and something we're probably going to steal in the future for like Whoop House type games, because this is a great idea. I can't believe I've never done something like this. So just like the game you play when you're a kid and you like the balloon falls down and you keep hitting it up and you have to keep it off the ground, you have to do that with your Whoop. So you have to keep a balloon in the air for at least 2 hits before it touches the ground. No bumps or ground taps on anything else other than the balloon. So your drone also has to stay in the air. You can't, when you bump the balloon, you can't crash. You have to stay flying. And the balloon must be free in the air, like you can't just like pin it against the wall or in a corner and keep bumping it up. It has to be floating around in the air. You can toss it yourself or someone else, indoors only. You must see the tossing of the balloon in camera view, and you can't toss it directly at the drone. You just have to gently toss it and then fly and bump it up at least twice. So I think that's pretty fun. I wonder how many times you could do it. And obviously, you're allowed to fly line of sight, which I think would probably be the best way to do it. But if you want, you can fly FPV also. The only requirement is that you see the balloon being tossed in the start of the clip. All right. So that's like what? Keep it from hitting the ground requirement. And then, no, can we trade Velvix for Shock and T? Nope. All right, requirement number 2 is the Mario level. Mario level 1. So you have 4 balloons set up in like an ascending staircase, basically. One balloon, another balloon higher than that one, balloon higher than that one, and then a 4th balloon highest. So I don't think he specifies how high they have to be, just that they're higher than each other, consecutively higher points. Yeah. So then you're gonna umbrella bounce on the first 2 balloons. So that's just where you kind of bounce off the top, but you have to do a flip or a roll into it. So like you start your flip, and then as you're finishing it, the flip or roll, you bounce off the balloon. So you have to do that for the first 2 balloons. You can do 2 flips, 2 roll. It doesn't matter. Specifically, you just have to do a flip or a roll into the balloon and then bounce off of it for the first 2 levels. And then on the 3rd balloon, you have to pop that balloon. And then finally, you finish with a perch of the 4th balloon. Okay, so bounce, flip, bounce, roll, bounce, and then pop, and then perch on the final balloon. And you can't have the balloons against the wall. Or no, when you land, you can't be leaning against the wall. You have to be just on the balloon. And the only balloon that can pop is the 3rd one. So you can't accidentally pop balloon 1 or 2 when you're doing your little flip or roll bounces. So pop, we need to buy a helium tank. No, you can't have helium in it. You have to like add a tack or something onto your drone to pop the balloon. No, they're like, you set them up on chairs. They just have to be ascending in some way. So like, the first one could be on the ground, then one could be like on top of a table or whatever. Shawnee D, what did you have envisioned? Like one on a chair or something, and then like on the back of the chair? That's what I was thinking. I don't know. Or did you thinking chair, wall, ceiling? Just different heights, right? Yeah. I'd keep them all kind of lower, personally. Anyway, there's not a lot of direction on that, so you can be creative. So the main thing is you're just not allowed to like pin the balloons in a corner. Okay, it's like a Mario level. You bounce through, you pop, kill one enemy, and then you get on the flag at the end. I like it. Okay. Yeah, the balloon. So you can attach the balloons by the place where you tie it. They're not just only in the first one are they floating around. In the Mario level 1, you're gonna need to like tack them down through the like little tied part of the balloon. Okay. Then requirement 3, I like. It's like shooting an apple off your head, sort of. But so you have to have a drone, or you have to have a balloon attached to your head, and then you have to pop that balloon with either a power loop or a Matty flip, and with constant loop motion. So like, I would obviously loop backwards and then come up, hit pop the balloon, finish the loop, and then come back and land on your head. Matty flip would probably be easier, I would guess, to pop the balloon. I don't know, but then Maddie flip through it, pop it, and then come back through your legs and land on your head. One of those two options. The question is how much blood was there. And then finally, requirement number 4 is like a shooting range kind of. You have someone toss 2 balloons in the air, and then you start on the ground in a landed position. You could be armed, but just not flying that. You have to be actually touching the ground. And then once both balloons are released, you have to fly and pop both of them before they hit the ground. That's why you got to go back to front, Tyrant. Back to front. I would do Maddie flip. That seems a lot safer to me. Maddie flip over the top of your head. Anyway, so a bunch of fun different challenges. I like the first one the best, the popping, keeping it in the air. I think that'll be hard. And then number 2 is fun. Number 3, I think, is going to be a little crazy. And then number 4 sounds hard. Like, no problem popping 1, but you got to go pop 1 and then like get to the other one before it lands too. And all of this is inside, so 9-foot max ceiling height. Anyway, super unique challenge for Shawnee D with his balloon popping challenge. And then again, all 4 of them, the balloons have to be 10 to 16 inches diameter, and you can't float. You can't make them float. Shawnee D, could you put hot air in them? That would make them float a little bit more. Like your breath, I guess it would just cool down right away. Anyway, have fun with that one. That'll be fun. We're definitely doing number 1, maybe number 4 also at the Whoop House. That's what I was thinking. I was like, what else floats? Hydrogen, helium. No, he doesn't have an example video, I wish. Jesse, did you just see that challenge? The Shawnee D challenge? Were you here when I was explaining it? We're doing that at the Whoop House. We have to work that in. You just got here. Look at we just went over Shawnee D's challenge. So you have to have balloons, right? And his first challenge is perfect for like line of sight games. You let a balloon go, and then with the tiny whoop, you have to fly up and you have to bounce it and keep it up in the air for at least two air bounces or bumps with the whoop. So I think that would be good for the Whoop House games we were talking about. And then also this last one part of it, you release 2 balloons going out while the whoop is landed somewhere, and then you have to take off and pop both balloons before they hit the ground. Right? That's great. This first one, it could totally be a Squid Game thing. You could have like 2 people like with the whoops, and they like take turns bouncing it. I don't know like how hard that would be, but it would be fun. And then popping balloons is always fun. Requirement number 3 is kind of a fun trick. If you have a balloon on your head and then you pop it with a power loop or a Maddie flip. Anyway, great challenge. Shawnee, super creative. All right. Our final group. It's part of the risk, Tyrant. I know you don't like the random challenges. I was surprised when you picked Shawnee D because I knew he would do something like different than everyone else. All right, our last group, Fly, is Aviation, Jal, the Red Maddie, and RCKY. Mo, you love the 30 inverted orbits. You specifically asked for a challenge where you had to do tons of one thing. All right, RCKY is up first. Is this mixed? Yes. Okay. Okay, RCKY had like a unique challenge set up also. Okay, so the challenge is indoors. You have to have 3 gates, 32 inches apart, but the middle one is elevated by at least 20 inches. So 1, 2, 3 gates, but not perfectly in line. The middle one has to be bumped up like 3/4 of a gate, basically. Or no, 2/3 of a gate, 20 inches minimum. And the other 2 gates sit on the ground. So ground gate, and then 1 slightly elevated gate in the middle. And then you have to do these tricks on it in the following order. So you have to power loop the 3 gates with constant loop motion. And then you do 3 Maddies, which we have a little demonstration video of in a second, where you do first gate, second gate, and then third gate, but you have to come back through all the gates. And you have to have constant loop motion through the gates. Then you do a Rubik's Cube, and then you do another power loop of the 3 gates with constant loop motion. So you have 25 seconds to do all 4 parts. Time starts when you're above the ground, when you go through the first gate, basically, and then the time ends when you power loop, when you exit the last gate. All one clip, no bunch of ground taps. And here's a little graphic of the Maddie flip part. So you start with, and so kind of the trick, I think, is that the gates aren't totally in line, but there is one part of them, a thin part where they're in line, so your constant loop motion is like a much thinner window to keep it through there. All right. And the 3 Maddie flips look like this. Is this a video? I think this is a video. Yes. So here's the setup. The 3 gates. All right, so you go Maddie flip over the first one and back through, then over the second one and back through both of them, then over all 3 and back through all 3 of them. One more time. Oop. 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 All right. So, power loop all 3 gates, triple Maddie, Rubik's Cube, and then 1 more power loop. 25 seconds for all 4 elements. Time starts when you go through the first part of the first gate on the power loop, and then ends when you exit the last gate on the last power loop. All right, nice challenge, RCQY. I like the unique setup of the gates. Okay. Our next challenge is from the Red Maddie. It's Maddie's Maddie Marathon. All right, done on a TGS, constant loop motion required. You're going to alternate roll directions on the half Maddies, and the TGS has to stay in view for the celebration roll. So you half Maddie bottom, Maddie flip top to bottom, half Maddie middle, Maddie flip top to bottom, half Maddie top, Maddie flip top to bottom. And then a celebration roll. And remember, you have to switch direction on the half Maddies. did I leave this thing up here? Can we actually see? Okay, good. All right. Nice one there. Half Maddie's and Maddie flip. Maddie's Maddie marathon. I like it. No time required on that one, right? Nope. All right, next up, we've got Jal. Pro Chair Olympics. So call back to week number 2 when we did the Chair Olympics, but obviously going to be more complicated than that. So you need a chair with 4 legs that are no more than 20 inches apart. So a pretty standard 4-legged chair. Just you can't have a giant one. Your combo, you're going to do a 360 yaw spin figure 8. So kind of like I forget which week that was. We did it. You yaw spin through one direction and then turn, and you have to spin at least 90 degrees before entering the front face, and you have to switch yaw directions. Then you do a juicy flick of the chair, keeping it in view for the entire look back and roll. Then power loop to Vanny. So then you power loop the chair with constant loop motion, and then as you go back through the chair, start a Vanny roll. So 180 yaw spin to roll, and you must keep the chair in the view for the roll. And a Maddie flip with the chair, constant loop motion. You don't have to have any type of view requirement though. And then land and disarm upright on top of the chair, I'm assuming. The entire combo has to be done in less than 15 seconds. Timer starts as you pass through the front face, and you must complete the combo with no bumps or ground taps or failed. Failed attempts are allowed as long as you don't result in a bump or ground tap, but you only have 15 seconds, so. Alright, so yaw spin one direction, then turn 90, yaw spin the other direction. Your yaw spin must go more than 90 degrees before you enter. Alright, and then opposite yaw. Alright, then juicy flick the chair. Keep it in view. Power loop to Vanny roll. You must keep the chair in view for the roll. So loop, yaw, roll. Then Maddie flip the chair. Just have to have constant loop motion. Don't have to keep it in view. And then land on top. Alright, everything done in 15 seconds. The quad has to be still for the timer to stop. He specifies there, so you have to finish the shaking, not first contact. Alright, nice challenge there from Jal. And our final one, the captain of the group, aviation. Oh, I needed to. Oops. I get Maddie's back. Yes. Oh, I forgot tyrants. All right, our final challenge from aviation. Also a TGS combo.
Oh, hey guys, aviation here. Well, let's cut to the chase. This
We're
is
vlog
the first
style.
IGOW finals, and I hope you guys have been preparing because this week's challenge is going to be a combination of several tricks that you've been able to complete. We'll put it all together into one. So let's make it exciting. Requirement number one is going to be that you need a triple gate stack. It's all going to be done indoors with a max ceiling height of 10 feet. Just to be sure to give yourself enough space and to get yourself situated in a chair, because this challenge is not going to be easy. So it's going to be made up of 10 tricks. The first one is going to be a Jacob's ladder, going up the TGS, bottom, middle, top.
Shots fired by Vance.
Bottom. Followed by that, you're going to go directly into a power loop from the bottom to the top to the bottom, followed by a front power flip, bottom, top, bottom, followed by a Barani, bottom, top, bottom. Continuing the constant loop motion, you're going to go straight into a Matty flip from the top to the bottom, followed by a split S from the top to the bottom. After this, you're going to go directly into a Maverick loop, directly followed into a Limbo loop, going from the top gate backwards to the middle gate, and then completing a power loop from the bottom, top, bottom, and you're going to go directly into an Immelman from the bottom gate to the top gate. And to finish it all off, you're going to land the drone either in your hand or onto your radio to complete the challenge. Now, a couple of pointers is that this challenge must be done in under 32 seconds. This challenge must be done without bumps or ground taps. And during the challenges, there must be constant loop motion. There will be specific requirements during each trick. During the power loops, you must be inverted while you're passing through the gate. During the power flip, you must be flipping as you're going through the gate. And for the Barani, you must be looking up at the gate, making an obvious yaw motion as you're passing through the gate, and looking back at the gate as you're finishing your Barani.
So I talked to Aviation about that, and I'm not sure if he already added it, but he was supposed to add in the description that we're doing the same thing. You got to see the back wall, same requirement that everyone else has, except for who added the floor in. Mo, I think, added the floor part in. Someone else added the floor part in. Anyway, see the back wall before you start your yaw.
Now for the timing. Your timer will start the second you enter the first gate of the Jacob's ladder, and it will end once you make a contact with your hand or your radio. Now buckle up, because this challenge was so much fun to do, and you're really going to need to push yourself. So I hope you guys can complete it, and I wish you guys so much luck, because I'd love to see you guys complete my challenge. Without further ado, this is what the challenge looks like all together.
I think he does it all under the time too. So let's watch. So you start with a ladder. Loop. Front power flip. Barani. Matty flip. Split S. Backwards through. So like Maverick Matty and then Limbo Loop basically. Power Loop Immelman. Land. Nice work there from Aviation. Alright. So Aviation, I don't know if you're watching, but if you watch back, remember you still have to do it one more time and do your handguns afterwards. Even though you did successfully complete it there, you have to complete it after the stream, so as well. All right, that's all the challenges. You got it. All right, Skittles. We take the rules as they are now, right? Yeah, you can't change the rules. I have screenshots of all the the text parts of the rules, and then the videos. No updates in the future yet. Oh, and for Shaken Moves, I forgot. I forgot to show this before we showed his video. I'll put this in here too. He had like a description of exactly what you're doing. But yeah. Did you have a specific question on any of them, Akira, in your group? Yeah, you can't tighten up your rules. That's why I called everyone ahead. Did you have a question on one of the challenges in your group? Do you want to have something clarified while most everyone's here? Like, what do you mean mine was all juicy flakes? Oh, just going in totally change the thing. Yeah, I did notice that because like some of these things are editable, but I screenshotted out all of everyone's text that they sent me. Oh no, Carpy has CLM. He's got it in there. He actually did a pretty like Aviation and Carpy don't always like make the most descriptive things, but they both did a really good job on this one. All tricks constant loop motion. Right here at the top part. Almost everyone did constant loop motion, I think. I don't think there were any challenges that didn't require constant loop motion. Yeah, I'll find a way to like post these text images I have too. I'll email everyone in the group everyone else's challenge so that you guys all have it. That's what I'll do after the stream here. I'll email you the screenshots I have. So you have the other challenges. All right, what was everyone's favorite challenge? I mean, besides Shawnee D's, because his was the best. I like how hard Velvix went. He's just like, not only did he do the 30 inverted orbit trick, his regular just combo is pretty tough. I mean, you could do it with a 2S85. I don't know. What do you think, Tyrant? Harder, right? Least fave, Velvix. You like Cha-Cha's requirement too? The inverted orbit with the like different mixed in tricks? Yeah, his are cool. You could probably do it with enough throttle. I like the cube. The cube with the dive gate. Oh, yeah, the obstacle. I like Bance's transfers. Those all looked really cool. Ribbit says, hello, everyone. What's up, Ribbit? Did you guys qualify today? What's today? It's Saturday, right? You still have to do it, says Velvix. What's up, signing FPV? I think the most people did TGS challenges. Tyrant TGS. iFly sometimes had some TGS. TGS. Chair. Some TGS. Did Velvet? No. Or I mean, if he did, he didn't show. He had some sim clips. His second part's hard. It's a self Barani, and then into a maverick loop of yourself, and then into a inverted orbit where you go through your legs, and then his new inverted or inverted spin around leg thing, and then you also then have to do an inverted orbit of each leg. I did not. Fucking drunk derpy in the house. What's up, derps? Extra derpy hooves. My name's Vegas Skittles. I erased those videos. I watched them back, and I was like, those videos have existed for long enough. They shouldn't be out. They shouldn't be there forever. Bance is tactically not attempting Velvix's. Well, I wouldn't not attempt it because in the tiebreak rules, tiebreakers. So if none of you guys can do it, and you all end up tying somehow by doing the same number of challenges and having the same number of people fail or pass your challenges, then the first tiebreaker is who got closest to completing mutually failed challenges. So if you did 20, and Velvix is perfect for that because it's fucking 30 inverted orbits. So if you got 29 and Bance, if you got 29 and Mo got like 27, you would have got closer to completing it. Or if you completed one, I don't know if anyone can do your second half of your challenge, Velvix. I think it's a little bit too much. Is Callisto here? Callisto's not in the chat right now, is he? Callisto, I want you to try to do Velvix's. Can Callisto pull it off? It's just enough, Velvix. How are you? I'm gonna watch them not on stream first. This is the first time where I'll watch the challenges ahead of time as you guys send them in, so I can judge them more judgy, and I can have your like text rules up, and I can double check it, and then I will summarize it on the live stream rather than judge it for the first time on the live stream. I won't reveal it though. No, you don't have to do the 30 trippies part, Callisto. The second part. Did you see the second part? Self Barani into a Maverick loop where then you come down and then you start an inverted orbit and then you come through your legs and then you do this thing where like you start to go through your legs but then you look up and you do like a 360 spin and come back through your legs and then you do an inverted orbit of each leg. You brought it upon yourself, Mo. Yeah, Derpy, I'm sober. It's 2:30 in the afternoon here. All right. You guys are what? 6 hours or something ahead? It's like nighttime for you. Did you guys already fly? Definitely possible. 10:30 there. Definitely possible, says Callisto. All right, Callisto. Let's see it. I'm putting Callisto into Mo's group. All the other ones, I think you could do, Callisto. I don't know, you fly. Can you do the fast ones, Callisto? What's your like speed like? You have a more chill fly style. Callisto is a wild card. He'd come through with the wind now. All right, that was fun, everyone. I really liked some of the challenges, especially Shawnee D's unique challenge. Everyone had a good one though. None that I thought were like dumb or anything. None that do I think I can do any of them? No. I don't think so. I don't think I could do any of them. Maybe the half Maddie and Maddie one from Maddie. I'm not that good at half Maddies, so probably not. You could do yours. What was your Shinken boot? No, I don't think so. Too tight. Yours is super tight. Yours is all like really close in flying. Maybe I think I'd have a better chance at the half Maddie one because I can do Maddie flips on the TGS pretty well, and I just have to get lucky on the half Maddies. This one, too many different things, too much control, staying inside the thing. All right. Anyway, remember, you have to do the hand signal, the guns on your own trick. Don't forget that. You don't want to fail because you forgot that part. Yeah, good luck, everyone. You have 2 full weeks. Don't wait until till the very end. I'm gonna make a submission form just like before, and it'll be up on the website on the homepage, where you can just submit any of the videos. You don't have to do all 4 of them in one group. If you get one of the challenges done, you can send it in ahead of time. And if you send it in ahead of time, it'll actually help me because then I can judge it more. You have to submit round 2 challenges, but yeah, before the very end of the group too. The same thing you did here. You don't have to actually do it. You just have to make it up and get it approved by me. Any rules for round 2? The exact same. Round 2 is exactly the same as round 1. Except there'll just be less people. It's all the same rules. You can tell he's American. Who's American, Velvix? Callisto or Shawnee D? Your trick helped me be less scared of the playoffs. Thank you. Oh, guns. No rules on repeats. I mean, if you like, Tyrant copied one of Akira's previous challenge. If you want to do a challenge that already, you could copy someone else's challenge, but you can't do your same challenge yet. If you had like a super successful challenge, you can't just run it back. But if you're like, hey, I liked Cha-Cha's challenge and I want to like expand on it or remix it or something, or just run it straight back. Drunk Derpy, what? Why are you questioning Drunk Derpy? It's been established. Wait, you want me to take a shot with you? Live stream? The stream's over, Derps. We're done. We're ending right now. Yeah, no, I'm not. You can't reuse your challenge. We'll say that right now. I didn't think of that one. Good question, Shot. Boring. Damn, Derpy, how many shots did you have? Akira. So, can we copy others' challenges but not repeat your own challenge? Yes. You can't. You also can't. Velvix, if Velvix moves on next round, he can't be like 31 inverted orbits. He has to do what I'll call a different challenge. You can't just like make a tiny little variation to your previous challenge and do it again. But you can like, I'll say you can kind of copy someone else's challenge. Why not? I love orbit, says Velvix. You gotta impart that love onto Mo. Made you go back to the hotel? Or do you want to stay out at the bar, Derpy? You should have just been like, I'll catch up with you guys later, because y'all are lame, and Derpy's going partying tonight. All right. So, well, I guess we'll have a stream next Saturday just to like have a stream. Maybe, everyone like these vlogs. If you want to make a vlog video of how your challenges are going so far, Mo, if you want to make a video about how the inverted orbits are treating you, we'll watch those on Saturday. And yeah, we'll just check in with everyone since 2 weeks is a long time. So get going on your challenges this week. Don't wait till the end, Mo. Mo's gonna make a vlog for sure. Nice. Oh, I forgot about that. No, we don't need it. All right, everybody. Have a good rest of your Saturday. Oh, Beta FPV sent me a whole bunch of airframes, so I think I'm going to give everyone in the finals one of them, because I got like 30 or something. Sent me way more. Anyway, so check out that new Beta FPV airframe. That's supposed to be pretty good. Anyway, adios, guys. Have a good rest of your Saturday. Oh, we'll be streaming our race tomorrow. If you want to check that out. Derpy, is there a stream of your race tomorrow? Will you send me a link so I can post it in the IGOW? It's like championship, right? British Championship. So that's tomorrow too. Check out the stream of Derpy flying in the British Championship. You'll send it to me. All right. Later.